Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Monday, May 29th, 2017. Welcome and thank you for joining us tonight for the English edition of OR News, where we bring you today's top stories, translated into English every weeknight. The Ad Hoc Commission on Vetting held a hearing session today with 107 candidates for the vetting bodies, who have not met the legal criteria to be part of these institutions. During the hearing, the Ad Hoc Commission considered some of the complaints of the candidates who were included in the list of possible candidates who do not meet the criteria. Their complaints were about the decisions made for them, and the members of the Ad Hoc Commission asked them to present additional documents in order to support their claims. Meanwhile, the majority of candidates were aware of the fact that they did not meet the criteria and did not present any complaints. The Ad Hoc Commission members also listened to some of the candidates who the International Monitoring Operation has provided negative recommendations for, but the IMO has not presented any documentation for reaching this conclusion. Tomorrow, the Ad Hoc Commission will hold the second hearing with the candidates who are part of the A list, who meet the legal criteria. Then, the Commission will make a decision for all of the candidates. The state police have submitted a file to the Attorney General's office to look into an accident that happened on Saturday at the Democratic Party's opening electoral campaign. After the activity organized by the Democratic Party, 140 DP supporters and the DP chairman asked for medical assistance at Tirana's hospital. The official accusation the state police referred to is air pollution. The file sent to prosecution includes the testimony of the poisoned people, footage, and the request for radioactive expertise and for the seizure of some street lights. In order to verify the suspicions that the radiation from the city lights may have caused the poisoning, police may conduct an experiment with street dogs in order to see their effect. Also, the prosecution has ordered a verification of the damaged DP supporters' clothes, hoping there may be some of the substance left that caused health problems to the DP supporters. Meanwhile, the experts are making some analyses which are difficult to be examined due to the high number of poisonous subjects. After the Democratic Party opened its electoral campaign on Saturday, the DP chairman and 140 other supporters ended up in the hospital with signs of poisoning, including eye rashes, irritation of the skin in exposed areas of the face and neck, and in some cases, light breathing difficulties. The Democratic Party chairman, Lulzim Basha, opened the electoral campaign in Dibur, together with his team. He invited the Prime Minister, Rama, in a public debate on television before Albanian people. In a statement, Mr. Basha had this to say: "I invited him yesterday from fear, and I am repeating my invitation for a public debate. Let Dibra's people and all Albanians listen to us. Let people hear your program and my program, the program of the new republic. Do not deny the debate to the Albanian people. Give an answer and participate in the debate." Mr. Basha invited the citizens to vote for the opposition. The Prime Minister will also be in Dibra this afternoon, and the DP chairman issued a call to Dibra's women, declaring, "I want to call Dibra's women to go in that meeting and ask him questions. Do not let him put shows, do not let him tell jokes. Ask Rama where free healthcare is. Where are the jobs he promised? Ask Rama why he did not keep his promises. He will tell you he did not have time. He is lying. He had plenty of time, but he spent his time with exhibitions, debates, and attacks against the opposition instead of working for you." The DP chairman told the Dibra citizens that the new republic will have a stronger economy and promised that the country will have a prime minister of the people, of the needy, and not a prime minister of palm trees. The DP chairman told Dibra citizens, "The old republic is divided. The opposition is united." The Democratic MP Petrit Vasili surprised everyone today through a statement on his Twitter account, where he expressed his support to the candidates list prepared by the DP chairman for the June 25th elections. The founder and former chairman of the Democratic Party, Mr. Selami, says that it's time to campaign and not to criticize, writing, "It's time to campaign and not to make analyses. The list has my full support. Successes." This is the same Democratic MP who has held strong stances against the DP chairman in the recent months, especially when the Democratic Party chairman boycotted Parliament and started a protest at the tent, risking the entrance of the Democratic Party in the elections. Earlier today, some of the Democratic MPs who were left outside the Democratic Party candidates list held a harsh reaction against the DP chairman. In a joint press conference, MPs Josefina Topali and Arben Imami asked for the dismissal of the DP chairman. Prime Minister Edi Rama was in Klos today, where he asked for the vote of the socialist and democratic citizens in order to continue with state-building reforms. The Prime Minister said that the implementation of vetting will bring justice for the citizens and give guaranteed that corrupt judges and prosecutors will be punished. During his speech before the citizens of Klos area, the Prime Minister also spoke with the Democratic Party candidates list, asking for the votes of the democratic citizens. The Prime Minister stated that the citizens saw the DP chairman when he was in Tirana's mayor and did nothing, saying, "The Democrats are in debt with us as we save Lozim Basha and the honor of the Democratic Party. Now the democratic citizens should help us save Albania from Lulzim and the DP." The Prime Minister said that Albania needs more work and reforms and added that citizens' vote should be for the Socialist Party as the only political force that can realize the reforms. The chairman of the Socialist Movement for Integration, Petrit Vasili, held a meeting today with the head of OSCE ODIHR election observation mission in Albania, with whom he discussed the parliamentary election process. The head of the OSCE ODIHR mission, Tejler, declared that the elections should be held in a peaceful and calm way in full compliance with the electoral code. According to him, these are the main objectives the next parliamentary elections should meet for the country's future. For his part, the chairman of the Socialist Movement of Integration said that the June 25th elections should take place in a calm situation, and the electoral campaign should focus on the programs of the political parties and ways to enhance the citizens' trust in country's next parliament, saying, "The SMI has included many young people and women in its list of candidates running for the next elections, trying to increase morale and quality to the future parliament." Tirana's mayor, Erion Veliaj, held a meeting today with the residents of Administrative Unit Number 1, with whom he asked to vote for those who actually serve the citizens and not for rulers. Making an analysis of his work as Tirana's mayor for 2 years, Mr. Veliaj promised he will continue with investments in the capital, the center, and in suburban areas as well, declaring, "As June 21st is coming, when 2 years from my election as Tirana's mayor, I want to make an examination so that people can make a decision on their own. It does not matter whether they are socialists or Democrats. The important thing is that they decide on their own. If the Democrats want to go back to sleeping, let them go there. But I believe we have respected them and served them equally." Also commenting on the Democratic Party candidates list, the mayor said, "No turning back in Tirana. As it was not enough, the loser of City Hall says, 'I am bringing another candidate who lost.' The other candidate is a good person, but he lost in the battle for Tirana's mayor with 50,000 votes. The DP chairman is telling us to vote for a person you have already refused." He also included Grida Duma, who lost in Durrës, and she is now running in Tirana. He also brought Fatmir Mediu, so that he can make Tirana like Gurdets. Sali Berisha and Fatmir Mediu on the Democratic Party's list. This is the new republic. Enough with these jokes. Mr. Veliaj stated that the City Hall has significantly improved the urban and schools infrastructures in the last 2 years, and added that the work started by City Hall will be completed. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. My name is Cosmo K, and on behalf of OR News, thank you and good night.